معكم اسبو هنا، وهذه الحلقة السادسة من هذه السلسلة اللي قبلها في الكرت والشرح. راح انزل ان شاء الله مقطع افضل لقطات الميجر هذا للمنتسبين، تشويقة بسيطة، لقطة صدمة محسن اللي جاي مقلوب من داخل المرمى جابت مركز عالي جدا، وباختيارهم هم المسؤولين عن البطولة. لكن الان خلونا ندخل طوالي في قلب الحدث. رول 1 اصبح الان من افضل 4 افرقة، الثلاثة الباقين هم بي دي اس وكارمين كورب وفايتاليتي، كلهم افرقة اوروبية. الفريق الوحيد الغير اوروبي هو رول 1. هذا اكبر دليل ان المين الان تعتبر افضل من امريكا، سواء الشمالية او الجنوبية او اللي في كوكب مارس اللي ما راح احد يوصل له. كله كذب من إيلون وسخ، مو مسك المسيلم الكذاب. ما ادري كيف من روكيت وصلنا المريخ، يمكن من كلمة روكيت. نرجع للميجر الآن. هذه النهائيات الأخيرة. في نهائي دوري الفائزين لعب بي دي اس ضد كارمين كورب، فاز بي دي اس وتأهل للنهائي الكبير، ونزل كارمين كورب لنهائي دوري المهزومين. ينتظر الفريق الفائز من مواجهتنا الآن. فريق فايتاليتي فاز على أحد أسهل الأفرقة إليفيت، بعدين فاز على كومبلكسيتي 3-2 وانهزم من بي دي اس 4-1، ونزل دوري المهزومين اللي وقتها كان باقي فيه فريق واحد أمريكي، فريق جينجي. وقتها بيرنتلي جاك جالس يهايط ويحمس في جمهور بوسطن، أعطاهم أكبر أمل إنهم راح ياخذون البطولة، ولقموا أقوى مسح شامل كامل في البطولة بكبرها 4-0 من فايتاليتي، وكذا وصلنا لنصف نهائي دوري المهزومين.
Je pense que c'est nous parce qu'on est juste meilleurs. احنا جهزنا كثير عشان نفوز هذه المباراة. Rien ne nous craint, on va te battre toi et ton équipe aussi. كل اللي قبلكم تكلموا بس ما في فعل في الميدان. Je pense qu'on est meilleur offensivement contre vous parce qu'on a juste beaucoup plus de mécanique que vous. هجومكم ما راح يأثر على دفاعنا، وهجومنا راح يكسح فريقكم. Je suis vraiment pas sûr de ça. Wait and see.
Introducing first, the rule breakers, the risk takers, representing and carrying MENA, it's Rule 1!
هذه مواجهة في مقام النهائي الكبير. فريق رول 1 نعرفهم دائما أول واحد روس من اليمين، لكن هنا من الجهة الثانية، عشان كذا هذا كليرز. هذا الميجر ساعدنا كثير عشان نفرق بينهم. محسن في آخر مراحل التركيز ما شاء الله، وإحنا لسه ما بدأنا، لكن أنت تخيل إيش راح يصير إذا بدأنا. وبعدين زي ما قلنا من اليمين روس كيف، بس هذا وقت اللايك. وهذا كاتب رول 1 ماخذها مني. فريق فايتاليتي الفرنسي تأسس سنة 2018، بدأ بلاعبين أوروبيين مشكلين، وكان فيه الأسطورتين باشي 90 وفيري بيك. الفريق حقق إنجازات كبيرة، منها أخذ المركز الأول في بطولة RLCS الموسم السابع سنة 2019، والمركز الثاني الموسم الثامن، وزيادة المركز الأول في الموسم العاشر. بعدين خمدوا بشكل فظيع، وشوي شوي رجعوا للقمة، لكن هم في طريقهم للقمة لسعوهم فالكونز لسعة محترمة. فريقهم نفسه اللي حاليا ما عدا لاعب واحد اللي تغير، اللي ما شاف يلحق يشوفها بعد المقطع هذا، رابطها في الكرت والشرح. بعدين خلص عقد الفرنسي سايزن، وجاء سايزن ثاني من غير ساي. بعدها الفريق دمر كل الأفرقة في كل البطولات المحلية الثلاثة، كلها أخذوا فيها الأول وتأهلوا لهذا الميجر. لذلك هم الفريق المتوقع فوزه في هذا الميجر بكبره. لكن أول شيء لازم تعدون رول 1. فريق فايتاليتي الآن يتكون من زن. الأفرقة الأوروبية شافت قوته، لكن انتظروه بس يوصل ل 15 سنة عشان يصير مسموح له المشاركة في البطولات، وانضم في أكتوبر السنة الماضية لفايتاليتي، طبعا لأنه فريق فرنسي، وحاليا كل اللي فيه فرنسيين، وحاليا يعتبر أقوى لاعب في العالم. الفا 54 أقدمهم في الفريق من سنة 2018، هجومه جدا قوي ومع هذا دفاعه أقوى. ورادوسن كأنه ألفا لما يصير متين، في الفريق من سنة 2019، لاعب وسط محترف. مدربهم فيرا يلعب باحتراف من سنة 2016، لعب في أفريقيا قوية زي فريق أكسجين وسولاري. تقاعد سنة 2022 وصار الآن مدرب فايتاليتي الحالي. وهذا تصويت المعلقين والمشاهدين.
Rule 1 all the way to the world champion.
Vitality, they're the best in Europe. It's the most competitive region. They're the clear favorite. But Rule 1, they won me over. They took down complexity. They crushed Moist. I think that streak continues here. They are taking Vitality down.
Base. I feel like a hater. Man, I don't like the feeling of this, but I just got to keep it real. I had Rule 1 finish in top 4 in my bracket, but unfortunately the run ends here. They're going up against Vitality. I do think that Vitality is a little bit better than them. I think the structure's got to come out. I think it goes 7, but I got Vitality winning.
Bates, I got to roll with you. I think Vitality is too strong to make Rule 1 the favorites up here. They have the power. We saw them stumble against BDS yesterday, but they bounced back against a rallying, crowd-supported Gen G and managed to finish them off in 4 games.
Sure did.
But Rule 1, they're the favorites in chat. Everyone wants to see it happen. They're the favorites in the arena as well, folks. Let's get it.
الفوز هنا من 4. الفائز يتأهل لنهائي دوري المهزومين، والمهزوم يخرج من البطولة. يلا ما نطول عليكم أكثر. انجوي.
you Rule 1. Feast your eyes, Vitality. You own Aganis Arena. Now show us why you wear your colors at the pit stop between Dynasty and Destiny. One lap closer to a date with the championship trophy. We're underway.
We've witnessed soaring highs and plunging lows from both sides of this pitch space, man.
يلا بسم الله نبدأ أول مباراة بين أقوى فريق من المينا ضد أقوى فريق من أوروبا اللي هي أقوى منطقة حاليا. كمية احتراف اللعيبة اللي داخل قبة هذا الملعب شيء رهيب، ولو حولنا الاحتراف على شكل رقم أو أخذنا الMMR وجمعناه راح يطلع رقم صعب الواحد يجيب أعلى منه في مواجهات أخرى.
Who knocked Rule 1 all the way into the lower bracket earlier on in this tournament, and now they've both risen from defeat and forge their way forward to face off in this lower bracket semi-final.
It's going to take all the might of David to slow.
روس وراهم مع أي دفاع لازم يتعاملون.
3-time regional champions in Europe, the best team in their own spot. But Rule 1 have something special cooking, and Ruas leads in on a self-serve before Vitality get back out to the midfield.
And this is already a counter-attack game. Zen.
كليرز رماها على الجدار الخلفي، روس ما لحق يحولها على المرمى، ومحسن تحمس وتقدم لكن زين رماها من الدفاع على المرمى. محسن ما قدر يلحقها، فايتاليتي افتتحوا المواجهة بهدف من أول دقيقة.
That happens so quickly, they blossom out of nowhere. This team's known for it, they continue it, the story lives on, and the players thrive off of it. Such little time killed in game 1, a best of 7's a marathon. And in front of the box, here comes Mawson, pulling his way forward, but Zen denies for the first goal.
محسن بغى يعوض غلطته ويعدل، كان بيجي هدف رائع ومخجل.
I'm not sure why he hit the brakes, clearly knew something I didn't, as it did work out. Mawson, another shot, fires away, saved, and Roas is going to take the boost. All the pressure mounting for Rule 1 as they're hungry to neutralize.
Rule 1 love playing low net, hitting it right up the gut, getting physical.
محسن ظل يحاول عليه ردها، لكن الصراحة معظم الشغل كان على كليرز اللي لقط كرة زين، تعدى ردوسن في الجو وناولها من الجدار الخلفي المحسن ونزل وغطى على ألفا. إبداع الصراحة في صنع الهدف. محسن حطها في الزاوية عشان يضمن وعدلوا النتيجة.
They want to see this team eliminate the villains of North America. They do neutralize, leaving the fake from the corner. Radosin has to get the save. Ball popped up. It's floating. Another critical touch from Radosin.
This was the litmus test early on, trying to keep Vitality at bay, and you respond with a quick goal on the opposite end. Nicely done by Rule 1, with that midfield pressure from Alpha 54 being the catalyst for the offense, allows them to find space on the side wall. When Vitality starts to push up, they can burn you down quickly. You give them an inch, and they'll take a mile.
الملعب هذا جالس ينهز لأن في أقوى لاعبين في طور 1 ضد 1، ومن أقوى دولتين في هذا الطور. السعودية تحتل المركز الأول عالميا في تصدير لاعبين محترفين في طور 1 ضد 1، يعني بعد النفط طوالي تلاقي روكيت ليج 1 ضد 1. فرنسا كان عندهم فيري بيك لكن ما قدر يصمد أمام المواهب الجديدة، وقبل زين ما كان مستواهم مرة قوي في طور 1 ضد 1، لكن الآن مع زين بدأوا يهايطون.
He mentioned nobody can take down Vitality if they're in peak form, and Radosin wants to show that by faking it and leaving it for another striker.
Rule 1's defense has been so good this weekend, potent as ever, just like their offense. Leaning into those fundamentals, it's going to have to be the same in this series as well. Knowing how long a best of 7 can be, they've done a nice job shutting down Radosin in the offensive third, and that 50 will just be a little bit wide, but the counterattack starts for Vitality.
Such an explosive game. Spaceman, this is everything that I've wanted and would want out of this series. Huge clears down the other side. Not one team finding most of the possession. Quick shots in succession needed in order to break down the defense. Here it is, popped up into the midfield. Radosin, potentially a flip reset, can keep following and looking for the double. No possession granted, and back down the other end we go.
Mawson had to track all the way through the midfield. Ruas was low on boost, so he fell back to make sure the island was secured. Vitality playing it one at a time. Zen ready for the connection, but quick cut down. Ruas now moving into the lane. The number's still up. Rule 1 have an opportunity into the air, burning it all, looking for the final touch. Mawson on target, saved away by Zen.
فايتاليتي هجدوا كل الأفرقة الأوروبية في البطولات المحلية، لسوعوا فيهم لسوعة مقاربة لسوعة فالكونز في بطولات المينا المحلية. سيطرة تامة. في البطولة المحلية الأولى هزموا كارمين كورب، وقبل النهائي هزموا ليكويد، وفي النهائي زادوا هزموهم. وفي المحلية الثانية فازوا على BDS ومسحوا مويست وكورب 4-0، وفي النهائي كورب فازوا مرة، لكن المرة الثانية فازوا فايتاليتي واخذوا البطولة. وفي الثالثة فازوا على ليكويد وهزموا BDS قبل النهائي وفي النهائي.
Keeping Vitality on their back toes. Alpha with a huge 50 at the midfield. You'll rely on Clears to clear this one way, but oh, it's a mistouch, and Vitality should be able to capitalize. All three commit, still alive. Vitality start their press.
And that just shows the amount of respect you have to give the striker from Vitality. Zen wants something off the backboard. A weird bounce, corner shot, missed. Another one, letting it fly. And Rule 1 stand tall, but they're still under pressure.
The door is still locked. It's going to take a barrage of shots from Vitality to open it up.
On target.
Great touch from the elbow, down to the ground, and now it's up to Clears.
We've already seen 11 shots from Team Vitality.
آخر نص دقيقة وشوفنا هجوم ودفاع قوي من كل الفريقين، لكن المحظوظ هو اللي راح يخطف الجيم الأول بهدف هنا.
52% of the possession to Rule 1. It hasn't really felt like it in the past 30 or so. Under 20 to play here in game 1. Clears to the backboard where Dosen reads it in time, and Alpha looks for the pass. Here goes Vitality, making their move, their march, but the cavalry is in for Rule 1, clearing it back out, and now a chance. Roas fighting for possession. Underneath, Radosin looking for the clear, and Zen gives it towards his teammate. Here we go. Radosin in the midfield. You need the defense to stand up, and they do. Into OT for game 1.
Roas, huge demo.
روس وصل مرحلة في الدفاع انه يحذف المهاجم بتفجيره وتحسب له حسن سيرة، وايش توقعنا احنا اقل من كذا؟ اكيد راح يكون وقت اضافي من اول جيم.
Well by Zen. Back and forth between orange and blue.
Both teams reading each other so quickly. Radosin going to play it high off the backboard. This will be a clear out to the midfield. Clears will begin to track into the back lane through the corners. The pressure continues, but Rule 1 always have a number up.
لو كل جيم بيلعبوا وقت اضافي انا بطلع من هنا. رول 1 المفروض يسمون نفسهم اوفر تايم من جد والله، او حتى اوفر واتش. والله اوفر واتش اسم مره لايق عليهم، حراسه مشدده وعندهم اقوى مدافع في العالم، ومنها كلمه اوفر اللي تدل انه كل الاقيام اوفر تايم. وين انسيفيك؟ خلينا نتناقش.
Forced out a mistake from Rule 1, but good composure and stoicism out of them. Another good situation. Roas is hunting for a demo.
الفا لقطها من هجمه صدمه جويه ومن الجنب، والصدمه قد جات والكره كانت متوجهه على المرمى. شكلهم مره دارسين هجوم اوفر واتش، اقصد رول 1.
Game 1. And what a way to do it. 1 minute gone. Vitality still have numbers up. Working through the back line, it's Roas. The 50 won't connect. One demo leads way. Power play, downfield, slow touch. Radosin scares.
رادوسن قطع رمية محسن وزين ما ادري انقصدها ولا لا، لكن كانه ناوي يشوتها وبالكاد لمسها، لكن اللمسة البسيطة هذه صارت اقوى من اولها ولعبت في كليرز وراحت لرادوسن اللي جاب هدف الفوز وفازوا فايتاليتي الجيم الاول.
Hoping to get a touch, but that ball with no pace behind it is enough to slip in.
I mean, defensive jabs left and right from Rule 1 Vitality. Go back and forth early on.
الفا زعلان انهم فازوا، المسكين حاسب حساب الجمهور اللي ما يبغونهم يفوزون، يبغون رول 1 يغلبونهم.
This is going to be a ridiculous series if it keeps up.
You don't often see 35 shots in the start of a best of 7 at this stage of a tournament with this much pressure.
We barely get to see this type of offense and defense both in a match. This is truly one of the most delicious, I'd say, entrees you could get in Rocket League. I mean, you're getting everything right now.
والباقي 5 وراجل وست ستات وصدات. زن لحاله 900 نقطة. هذه أحيانا تكون مجموع فريق كامل. فايتاليتي ولا تفجيره، وكلنا نتفق إنها لائحة نقاط فظيعة.
Vitality trying to make the run, continue to cement their legacy that they've had very quickly. Welcome back. That's me. That's him.
It's not going to be as simple as a mid-air demo. You've got to do more. Let's see if game 2 changes.
الجيم الثاني جيم جدا مهم لرول 1، إن عدلوا هنا يصير كأننا نلعب جيم بيست اوف 5. الجيم الأول كان مستوى الفريقين متكافئ، أنا ظنيت حتى إن فايتاليتي هجموا أكثر، لكن طلع محسن جايب فيهم 9 شوتات خلاهم هم اللي يدافعون.
They've had upfield into the orange half, but here comes Zen, and it's going to take a diving save from Rule 1 to keep it out.
And we're not seeing the same level of panic out of Vitality. Their defense has been spaced out. They already caused the double commit.
دفاع مزدوج من رول 1، بعدين رادوسن قطع تخليص تروس مع انه وصل السقف، ورول 1 تقدموا وتركوا المرمى فاضي. الفا جاء وقال كيف كذا، المفروض المحلي ما يولي، وعاقبهم بهدف في اول ثواني.
This team is a full three-headed hydra every single possession.
And how about Radosin, man? There were so many fingers pointed at him after they got obliterated by BDS. People asking for his head. I mean, thinking he's the issue, he's the problem. After just one series, and for him to shoulder all of that blame and come out truly firing, it feels like he's fine-tuned his engines and he's prepared And I'm just impressed with that recovery, vitality.
رادوسن المسكين بعد ما فازوا بي دي اس عليهم في هذا الماجر الناس على طول اشروا عليه انه هو السبب. تخيل تكون مكانه في فريق يطمح يكون الاقوى في العالم، فازوا في كل البطولات المحليه وسيطره تامه واضحه، هزيمه واحده وعلى طول بدا الخوف على المقعد.
Clear from Vitality for the moment. They can breathe for how long though? That's the question.
It does look like the midfield boost has been in favor of Rule 1. That's going to bode well as they're trying to mount some form of possession. Two players in the same spot out of Vitality, which means there's more space. Kaliers wants to fire the cannon, but can't get behind the ball. Zen, easy carry out, and nothing to be tested on the defense of Vitality.
I mean, Rule 1 can't even break out. They're constantly worrying about these extra challenges at midfield. The steals, the interceptions from Vitality have made it absolutely chaotic. And that's what you want if you're a Vitality fan for Rule 1. The defense has been pretty good so far in this series, but they need a counterattack to slow the bleeding, and the double tap from Zen.
محسن اعترض رادوسن والكورة بقت. كليرز اعترض ألفا من الجنب مما تسبب في ارتداد الكورة ومناولة لزن اللي ما سوى هجمة مضادة لصدة روس من الداخل، إنما روس صد الصدة اللي كانت هجمة زن مضادة لها لأنه نقز مسبقا واللي هي اللمستين وصارت النتيجة 2.
Find anything you're looking for. 2-0 Vitality.
Well, physicality from Rule 1, one of the staples has gotten towards this point in this tournament. Needs to start showing up. Off-ball offense is huge.
Oh, look at the dribble.
Roast and Mawson known for it. So Roast in the center box, beautifully played, and there's the goal.
روس نقرة موزونة تعدى رادوسن ومن الجناح الأيسر وراهم لمحة بسيطة عن قوة التوينرجي بين التوأم، مناولة سريعة وشوطة خاطفة ما تركت لهم وقت الاستيعاب وجابوا الأول.
Vitality just had to sit and wait. They knew the pass was coming, but Rule 1 played it better. Here's the response you're looking for. Looking for the equalizer now off the kickoff, off the crossbar it bangs, and back out to Alpha on the transition.
There's the 1v1 plays. I think Zen's getting flashbacks. A little bit traumatized in this game. Do not give that man any space. On the ball, on the ground. Control unmatched. As Zen wins another 50-50. We're still within one. About half the game to go, Spaceman.
And Ross does a nice job cutting that one down. It shuts down the push from Vitality. You try to play the 2-on-1 down the other side, but here comes Zen. So easy on that open space. More numbers fly forward, crash into the box. And a slow approach on the back line. Rule 1 trying to slow the pace down.
It just feels like they have to organize a little bit more on defense. Not seeing the best spacing. Two players from Rule 1 consistently stepping over each other. Not sure who's going for the ball at certain times.
ما هذا يا رادوسن؟ سوى حركة ما هي موجودة أصلا في اللعبة، كله عشان يصير لاعب وسط كويس وما يطردونه.
Be happening against Vitality, who looks to be back in that peak form.
And once Vitality have possession, they're already rotating out, getting boosts to the midfield. So these extra rebounds, these extra touches, make it so much more difficult for Rule 1 just to break away from the chokehold they have. As Vitality will play this one-on-one game towards the back wall and constantly win it, circling it around to the adjacent side. Roas now popping it high, skying towards center field. Kaliers can't get it away. Vitality cut it down yet again.
Little dunks like that, small moments are going to be huge for Vitality, and look at what it leads to. Several more shots on target. Speaking about shots, 10, make it 11 for Vitality. Continuing the onslaught, the shootout that they want to play against Rule 1. This ball has been stuck in the blue side, and it might just result in some security for Vitality.
رول 1 عندهم دقيقة وشوي للتعديل، وعشان كمان ندخل في وقت إضافي. فايتاليتي كان فريق ألفا شايلهم شيل، كان دفاعهم وهجومهم، والآن مع هجوم زن يقدر يركز على الوسط والدفاع أكثر، عشان كذا دائما نلاقيهم مغطين المرمى على طول بلاعبين.
At this moment, the only way I see Rule 1 getting back to this game is going to be through an overextension out of Team Vitality. Do they bite? That is the question.
المعلق المسكين يقول الطريقة الوحيدة اللي راح يسجلون فيها رول 1 انه يتحمسون فايتاليتي ويتقدمون، ما يدري انه تخصص رول 1 الاوقات الاضافية. تقول لهم جيبوا هدف يقولون معليش ما نقدر، تقول لهم النتيجة 2-1 جيبوا هدف يقولون طيب قول كذا من اول.
Just to help break up the monotonous grind from Vitality.
والله من جد بغوا يعدلون.
From Radosin, jumps in front of the play, center box still there, Kaliers, top shot, slot.
والله بالضبط زي ما توقعت، روس فجر ألفا ورجعوا بري ألفا، محسن فاز بال50، روس صدم رودوسن ودرسوا درس والمرمى فاضي، محسن شات وجابوا هدف الوقت الإضافي.
And we're back to square one.
This team gets counted out every single game, and they always find an answer. But Vitality are 3-time regional champions, and it's because of that man in the air. Zen, Radosin stepping up individually, and Alpha looking for the double. A dagger right into the back of Rule 1, but the defense denies.
Wanting to set up the fake was Alpha. 10 seconds left. Rule 1. Could they do it? Clears! He had the double tap the shot. Not on target either. It's a high floater. And Vitality could do the exact same thing Rule 1 almost did to them.
كليرز كان مرة قريب يجيب هدف الفوز بعد ما جابوا هدف الوقت الإضافي يعني هدف التعادل، لكن سيارته صقعت في سيارة رادوسين في الجو مما أدى إلى إبعادها كم مليمتر ولذلك لم يتمكن من إكمال الهجمة، لكن كلنا نعرف السبب الحقيقي إنه راح يطردوه لو جاب الهدف.
Alpha holding the reset, skirts it around, front box shot, and it's denied. Radosin can't clear.
So many close 50-50s on the goal line. Rule 1, how much longer can they hold on to this defensive approach? They've got to absorb so many shots from Team Vitality.
ما هذه الرفعة الرائعة من كليرز.
Radosin, look at the speed on that clear.
It's the bread and butter for Vitality. Those long clears and the cutdowns at the midfield. You have to keep pace, continue to skate alongside them. Radosin playing it low.
Good 50.
Huge challenge from Clears. Numbers are up. Rule 1 thinking twice, but here comes Zen. He's done it before. Can he do it again? It falls through. It's Zen.
انطردوا رادوسين. عرفنا الآن ليش. ألفا يناول لزن اللي يستلمها زين ويناولها لنفسه من السقف ويشوت شوتة على المرمى وتيجي هدف. اثنين من الدفاع توهقوا فيها ومرة ثانية يخطفون الجيم في الوقت الإضافي، يرسلون رسالة واضحة للرول 1 إنه الأشواط الإضافية مع إنها تخصصكم لكنها حتكون على الأغلب لنا. هل راح ياخذون رول 1 وقت مستقطع ويقطعون اندفاع فايتاليتي أو يجازفون ويكملون كمان جيم ثالث؟
It's Vitality who are just a little bit better in the clutch. Vitality, they had a little bit more, but they always seem to have that extra spice.
محسن 7 صدات و700 نقطة، أكثر نقاط مع إنهم ما فازوا ولا زالوا فايتاليتي من غير ولا تفجيرة. لاحظوا شوتات فايتاليتي 6 4 5 وصدات رول 1 2 7 3. ونشوف الجهة الثانية شوتات رول 1 كمان كثيرة 3 1 6 لكن فقط 4 صدات لفايتاليتي. هذه نتكلم عنها في الجيم الجاي.
It says 53% of the touches were for Rule 1 and I believe the stat. But it didn't feel that way.
ودي احضر البطولة بس عشان اصفعهم. كأس العالم هنا عندي في ألمانيا، لو ادري انه في من هذه العينة كان حجزت تذكرة من اول ساعة نزلوها، لكن لو رحت معناته ما راح انزل لكم مقاطع علين تنتهي البطولة. بس مو كأنه اصلا نفس الشيء.
Edge sword. We don't get a timeout. Rule 1 continue on and into game 3 we go.
We'll come back to bite him. Or Kalir's taking off the kickoff. Was looking towards the ceiling touch, almost a double tap to open up proceedings.
ندخل في الجيم الثالث وفي فريق واثق من نفسه جدا لدرجة انه ما اخذ وقت مستقطع، وصراحة معهم حق لانه الاجيام السابقة كلها تحددت في الوقت الاضافي، ونهاية الجيم الثاني كليرز كان بيختمها حتى قبل، فالنتيجة الان كان ممكن نشوفها 2-0 لصالح رول 1، وان اصلا تتعادل وتدخل وقت اضافي مع فايتاليتي اللي يعتبر اقوى فريق اوروبي، وبما ان اوروبا تعتبر اقوى منطقة فممكن نقدر نقول انه اقوى فريق في العالم. هذا شيء مرة مو سهل، ورول 1 ورونا حتى انه بمقدورهم كمان الفوز حتى، لكن الماضي ماضي، الان عندهم وقت كافي يورونا كيف يتغلبون على اقوى فريق.
Really came down to again that midfield control and the constant rebounds players like Radosin and Alpha 54 are finding. Sure, the OT goal could go either way, but in the end Vitality still have that space to work through as Zen burning all of his boost to keep this one moving. Reset juggle almost inside but not quite enough to finish the play.
Rawas in and out of the net to get that clear. How many times have we seen that from Rule 1 on the goal line? Last second heroics diving across, and now they make their march towards potentially getting that first goal.
You're lucky enough, maybe a double commit, or you're able to bump a player off. You get a close enough look into the center box. Rule 1 trying to create havoc on the goal line for Vitality as Zen looks for the clear to the corner.
محسن كفشناها راح يفجر. أول مرة صراحة فريق يأكل كمية تفجير ولا يفجر ولا تفجيرة وكأنه هو اللي جالس يفجر زي اللي يقتلهم بلطفة. هل راح نشوف هذا الشيء يصير استراتيجية أفضل من التفجير؟ بس إيش هو الشيء اللي استبدلوا به التفجير؟ تركيز أكثر على التمركز. أنا اللي لاحظته للآن إنه دائما الدفاع عندهم متواجد وبوفرة، لكن بالضبط هذا مضاد التفجير. فرجعنا من حيث ما بدأنا.
And it could set up Zen wants to 1v2 and squeeze it between everybody, but Boston has Rule 1 covered.
Yeah, you have to play it off the backboard and just hope, a wing and a prayer, you have enough boost to find a powerful clear. Clears.
زين فجر كليرز تونا مدحناهم.
But it won't kill Rule 1 here. That touch will.
ألفا وهو راجع شاتها بجنب السيارة، إبداع.
So close yet so far.
Radosin coming alive. That would have been a screamer. They're gonna have to try again. That's all we've seen so far. 6 shots, 0 goals. Half that for Rule 1. They They've got to start building something. I know they want to play pass.
واو كانت بتيجي توجيهها فظيعة.
Grounded. Look for these dribbles. Mawson, that's what we like to see, pushing out into the midfield. But look at how good Vitality are getting this ball up quick in the air.
فايتاليتي يحبون يلصقون في السقف زي الحشرات ويرجعون الشقلبة، من علامتهم الحشرية، تعرف ان هذا تخصصهم.
More difficult to get in front for a 50 to take away possession. That's what they like to do, keeping it on the ground. As Alpha couldn't hold on to the dribble, and Roas through the corner. We'll try to play a one game against Zen. We've seen a couple of times. Boston can't find the center. And on the other side of the field, it's Zen and Clears fighting on a one-on-one.
Don't you love to see that? I'm sure Zen is as comfortable as ever. Boston, Clears is an outlet pass.
حلوة الهجمة عجبتني، لكن لو كانت توأم كان جات قرصة أليمة.
Vitality's domination against Gen G, reading plays, understanding the passing lanes. They're repeating that in this best of 7.
Really a lot of patience from Vitality on their own side of the field, doing a nice job of getting these long clears. Rowan expending a lot of boost to keep this offense moving. The extensions haven't been there through the second touches. They've been winning some rebounds off of those opening 50s, but other than that, it really has been Vitality with what seems like relatively decent control of this game.
رول 1 الآن مرة مستانسين، ما عندهم أي دافع يجيبون هدف، طالما الوضع مستقر اتجاه الوقت الإضافي يوصلون هناك وينلسعون. لازم يخدعون مخهم إن النتيجة الآن 1-0 ولازم يعدلون. صدقني تشوف فجأة هجمات جوية قصف باليستي.
Off the backboard, here it goes, Clear.
آخر دقيقة فرصة قوية وما الظاهر راح نشوف وقت إضافي ثالث. ليش؟ زي المرة اللي راحت أتوقع وصلوه مرتين والثالثة دائما تنقطع، لكن لمين راح يكون الهدف يا ترى؟
For Vitality, and they are continuing to put more pressure through these corners and winning those rebounds as well.
The air is thick, the tensions are high. Clears, that's a high ball himself, all the way down the other side, but nobody's waiting, but it's the opposite story. Zen, high flying in the air, receives every single clear from Vitality.
Back to boom ball. Vitality love this style. They can get so creative in the space, working through the sidewall, letting Zen get comfortable. Alpha has Zen on the wing, taking it on his own. Here's the commit. Radosin fights through the challenge, and Zen pops it high. Radosin will play it towards the side. Vitality still swinging through.
Good carry, and regardless of all this pressure, Rule 1 can still hold their heads high. They've remained scoreless, kept Vitality scoreless. And with 1 second remaining, it hits the ground. Back into OT we go.
أنا أبى أفجر في رول 1. أدمنوا وقت إضافي، تجيب هدف يعدلون، تجيب 5 يعدلون، ما تجيب شيء ينتظرون. في الوقت الإضافي اللي يتحمس ويتقدم والخصم يكون يلعب بأمان ومدافع بشكل مثالي زي رول 1 نسبة فوزهم جدا عالية، لكن فايتاليتي إلى الآن ما شفتهم وقعوا في الفخ وتقدموا، ففيها مخاطرة.
And I like this dribble from Clears. You want to set up a play, but if you're going for one massive hit down the other side, it's so easily read. Keep it to yourself. Didn't work out 100% the way they wanted, but still relieve some pressure. And as I say that, Vitality mounting, and Roas, good 50-50. This could lead to something. How long has it been since we saw Rule 1 have a good offensive stride?
And every time they throw it off the backboard, Vitality make the read and just clear it away so quickly, just like here. Radosin trying to cheat behind the back line and get in front of the defense.
سيبك من الجيم هذا، أنا من الآن أفكر في الجيم اللي بعده، هل راح ندخل في وقت إضافي رابع؟ لأني صراحة ما قد شفت أبدا هذا الشيء يصير، ما قد شفت 3 ورا بعض، فكيف 4 بيكون رقم قياسي صعب جدا كسره، ناهيك إنه أمام أقوى فريق أوروبي.
Go around, that's a good 50-50 though. Radosin, first save in quite some time. Heating up is the blue side. Alpha 54 though, flip reset, off the backboard. Clears turns in. And this looks scary.
And they're 3-stacking on their rotations. It's going to be more easy for Vitality to pick them apart in rotation. If they're not able to turn in time, cutting into the lane. This should be a chance for Rule 1 to fight for Zen, or fight against Zen on that possession. But yet again, it seems like Vitality are so quick to get back out to the midfield. Not a lot of contests that they're fighting on their own line.
Golden goal. One mistake. One opportunity. Rule 1 might be facing a Vitality on match point if they lose this. This feels like a must win, or else everything is stacked against you, and that could end it. Boston not on target, crossbar and out.
And the last thing you want to do here if you're Rule 1 is off the play. Here comes Roas. Zen will find the denial.
يا إلهي، مطر شوتات، لكن المرمى وضعه حوالينا ولا علينا. رول 1 ممكن يظنون انه لسه مو الوقت الاضافي، شويه دقه في الشوتات وتنحل كل مشاكلهم.
Some kind of confidence for Rule 1, knowing that they can hold it down on defense. Vitality unable to penetrate the armor, and Rule 1 have sharpened their blade.
Almost 3 minutes gone, and Alpha with nothing but a bomb.
شوف تمركز فايتاليتي، 2 دفاع، حتى رول 1 ما سووها.
Scary situation, Rule 1 over each other in rotations, but how fast can they recover? It's ridiculous. They commit one mistake, have 2 players in the same spot, but right back into the rotation they go. Austin, this is a scary read, wants to keep it to himself. Radosin just applying pressure. Neither team wants to take the risky opportunity. So much at stake. The lower bracket.
روس عجب وضع الحشرة، والآن 3 دقائق وإلى الآن 0-0.
Saved by Rule 1.
The double commit causes panic. Zen must be Alpha. Connection looked cool, but it wasn't enough for the moment. Clears will escape and give Rule 1 a chance to breathe back at midfield. But 2 already falling back and watching Radosin carry it forward. It just seems like they're a little bit hesitant to go up for those challenges.
Feels like it's shooting practice for Team Vitality, and Rule 1 are glad to participate, booming the ball to the other side, letting Vitality go up for a solo play. It feels like a demo could change the tides of battle. The physical play, we haven't seen too many of it. Nice little pop-up, stringing together something, but Zen has them right where they want them.
لو فالكونز هنا ما يكمل الوقت الإضافي دقيقة، يا قاتل يا مقتول، لكن هذول الفريقين كلهم يبغون بس قاتل، واحد يقول للثاني فك، الثاني يقول لا أنت فك، هذا وضعهم في ال4 دقائق هذه.
For Clears, the backflip to the midfield, and they'll try to hold on to possession here, but it gives it right back to Alpha. He's got Radosin in center box.
Wow, what a
Mostin
read.
has to jump up and make that read.
It does look like Rule 1 are adapting, understanding where Vitality wants to go with this ball. It's another pre-jump from Clears, and he is going to get a touch on that. Huge indication as to where Rule 1 stands. Alpha bumped out the way again. No matter who you're sending forward, it doesn't look like they can break through on Vitality.
It feels like we haven't seen a bump or a demo in years at this point. Vitality always having numbers up.
They don't want to spend it. They don't want to risk it, Spaceman.
Rule 1 just have to find a way to break out. Vitality has had shot after shot. 16 for Vitality, 12 for Rule 1. It feels like it, and Mostin will have that easily saved.
And that's a double commit from Team Vitality. The first time we're seeing them stuck on defense, getting starved out, and another one.
اللعبة سرعت ولا ايش اللي قاعد يصير بالضبط؟ اكشن خرافي في الدقيقة ال5، حماس، انا تحمست اشوف الهدف الخامس حيكون لمين.
But thankfully, if you're a fan of them, they've quickly buried themselves out.
Zen closing in on 800.
واحد يقول لرادوسن انهم خلاص ما راح يطردونه عشان يبطل اختراعاته اللي قاعدين نشوفها، الرجل بغى يقلتش اللعبة عشان يسوي مدري ايش اللي جالس يسويه.
And Alpha will win the rebound yet again before Rawas cuts it down. Interception to the midfield. Clears following through, gets a bump.
5 دقائق كذا كملنا جيم كامل. كم جيم يبغون يلعبون؟ اوف خطيرة، لكن صدها روس. رادوسن كان بيسوي حاجة لكن تركها. الجيم هذا يحتاجون رول 1 أكثر، لازم يبدأون يستثمرون شوية في الهجوم ويفجعون فايتاليتي.
Not the best bounce. Free shot saved by Alpha.
5.5 minutes, a whole extra game of Rocket League, and they didn't even take a timeout. They're feeling it, but so is Radosin. Zen, 6 shots, no goals, 7 saves to his name. Keeping Vitality in this still, no goal score.
This is such an important game, Spaceman. An extra game of Rocket League you've played. To lose this would be a dagger to the heart. You want to keep emotions high. Rule 1 have survived, but for how long?
A little easy on the read. Clears trying to get it over Alpha. He might have. Huge win. Playing it through the corner. Rawas looking to slow it down, will do so. Gets it around 1, around 2. But yet again, Vitality jump in front of the lane and cut it down.
I think Mostin got that boost, which means Zen has to rotate all the way back. But another midfield challenge, Vitality. This feels like a game where they should have gotten a goal years ago. But Rule 1, this defense, it's not made out of brick, it's just absolute titanium.
Caught in a gridlock between these two teams. 18 saves for Rule 1. Rawas. No bump on the goal line. Alpha in a 1v1. Has space for days. Has the bump. It rolls forward. But another huge save. And Rule 1 stands strong.
Boston sitting on the edges of their seats. It's a fake off the post, and there was a touch from Vitality. A taste of their own medicine. Big clear down the other side. Each defense has been tested.
And there's the demo we were looking for at the midfield, where Dosen's going to fall quickly back down to reality. And it comes up to Rawas, to Zen, from the sidewall, burning all of his boost, can't get it past Clears, no one at the midfield. Hold on, a moment for Rule 1. Can they press the takeaway from Alpha and off the backboard? Here goes Rule 1 defense yet again.
This might just be some of the best Rocket League we've seen.
أعزائي المسافرين، كملنا 7 دقائق، اربطوا الأحزمة، الظاهر لا زالت أمامنا دقيقتين من الهجمات والصدات المتتالية. أنا ماني مصدق اللي جالس يصير.
Behind it, around one, but that's not going to be enough to break through.
But at least he gets the corner grab, so they have resources in the tank for Vitality. They can afford to expend a lot. Mostyn, the only one up for Rule 1. Numbers fly back yet again. Zen is trying to get over the lone defender, but the safety
Look at the read.
كليرز نقز قبل الرمية بساعة وفعلا جابها. خلاص حفظوا بعض. 8 دقائق هنا و5 في الوقت الأصلي، وإلى الآن ولا هدف، فوق إنهم بدأوا يعرفون لبعض.
Change up, a switch up on the pitches out of Vitality will be a curveball, a fastball. Something unique is necessary because big clears like this are not enough.
Neither team wants to overcommit, and you can't blame them. They have to play the 2-on-2.
Oh, no.
Alpha
has
to play with his food, slowing it down yet again. We've seen this shot and attempt time and time again from Vitality, from the ceiling, putting it on the door, but another huge save.
23 saves for Rule 1. This is ridiculous.
A defensive masterclass from Mina.
تبارك الله 23 صدة في جيم واحد. أتحدى قد صارت قبل، خصوصا لأن فايتاليتي مرة ما هم مقصرين في الهجوم المتتالي، وحتى رول 1 قد رموا عليهم إجماع.
They'll play it towards the center box. Mostyn meets it on the connection. Here comes Rowas. Rule 1 have numbers up.
Here we go.
Feels like the first time in forever.
And finally, when they look to break out, you've got Vitality, and it looks like we had forgotten a little bit that they knew how to play defense, but they're reminding us they're not a team that's just an offensive powerhouse. They can do it all,
Vitality are still jumping in front of these touches, denying so much extension from Rule 1. It's got to be so annoying to play against this team, but Rule 1 have answered every single call in this overtime. And my goodness, they are having to fight for this win.
We've got to bring up the fact that Vitality haven't overcommitted. They haven't been too desperate. Remaining calm in times of worry is what makes a true champion on that stage. It's Zen's rookie season, his first RLCS LAN, and Vitality still scoreless. Slippery stick clears, almost ended it, but we're still moving on. Mostyn off the post, nothing can break through.
كليرز والداش ورجع الشقلة بهجمة جوية بغى ينهي مستقبلهم، بعدين روس ناولها المحسن اللي ضيع فرصة ظاهر ما تقدر حتى بثمن في جيمك هذا.
Rule 1 are fighting for their lives in this bracket. Vitality can't crack it. We have crossed the 10-minute mark, and Redostin plays it into the corner.
إنجاز، وصلنا خط ال10 دقائق في الوقت الإضافي. يا ناس، ما هذا الإجرام اللي قاعد يصير.
Teams down and back to full strength.
24 saves now out of Rule 1. That is a LAN record for a team. Can they keep the story moving? Can they keep it pushing if you're Rule 1?
سمعتم؟ رول 1 الآن حطموا رقم قياسي، وصلوا 24 صدة في جيم واحد في بطولة لان.
Add another, make it 25. Rowas in the back line. Mostyn just trying to keep pace with Alpha, blowing the tank for the moment. Zen has a lot to work with here, but misreads it.
Oh, there's an option.
Left clears.
He wants the bump.
Box. They're looking for the bump. Turtle, they were so close.
Why didn't we go for the pass for Dostin? Is he going to go for the pass? He fakes out one. Shot opportunity. There's no second man. Everybody's pulling back. Both teams are so safe in this situation. They don't even want to risk the outlet pass.
It feels like a roll call with almost acrobatics and dangerous ones at that. Double commit that clears it away.
The boost is gone.
Vitality are still up. They can absolutely do it here. Alpha from the ceiling wins it 50 to Zen. Zen gonna catch this one and try to dribble around. You have numbers in front. It's clears. Mostyn will call his own number. Here comes Vitality, but they can't break through.
جنون اللي جالس يصير، شقلبات وشقاليب، والجمهور مستمتع. الجيم هذا حل الكل هللة دفعوها، وافضل حاجة انه لا زال مستمر. الى متى راح يستمر؟ ابغاهم يكسرون ارقام خرافية.
Rowas had to rotate out slowly. He was so far out of the play.
Over to Rowas.
Maybe it does pay off.
That's
Hold on. It's a breakaway chance.
One
to the corner.
What opportunity.
Here comes Rowas. But Alpha yet again an easy read. Vitality on the beat. Are you kidding? Towards the backboard. We play on.
Let's keep it going. This OT just doesn't know when to quit, and neither do these teams.
This is Rocket League. وكسرنا الدقيقة ال12. نبغى أكثر.
Find one goal. Are you kidding? Top left slot. This ball is sent
يا إلهي جاء الهدف، وكيف زن اعترض روس وقرصوا الكورة وراحت وين؟ في الزاوية الصعبة يسار. محسن قدر يصدها لكن بقت خطيرة ليكملها رادوسن وخرب علينا الوصول إلى 20 دقيقة اللي حسبت إنهم فعلا راح يوصلون لها، لكن يا إلهي 12 دقيقة وثانيتين كسروا رقم قياسي أطول وقت إضافي في بطولة RLCS العالمية في اللان حتى على تأكيد المعلقين.
E-sport on the planet like Rocket League. You will never find a more tense overtime, a masterclass of defense from Rule 1.
29 saves just from Rule 1 alone. 29 saves.
So you couldn't get it done in the first OT. It was close. You couldn't get it done in the second OT. It was close. And it took 12 minutes. We are seeing one of the best defensive showings from Rule 1. Mina's last hope.
Rule 1 أخذ وقتهم المستقطع.
But if we're being honest, this game, this series, it's not over.
النقاط ما عمري شفت نقاط زي كذا، كلهم فوق الألف إلا ألفا اللي اسمه فيه كلمة ألف. 31 شوت الفايتاليتي و29 صدر رول 1، 8 تفجيرات رادوسن يا الخسيس، وكل هذه النقاط جات والجيم ما فيه إلا هدف واحد. كيف لو كانوا متعادلين بس 4 قبل الوقت الإضافي؟ تلاقي أرقام قياسية مستحيلة الكسر.
Name, we just witnessed some historic Rocket League.
Rule 1, can they do it? I think the answer is yes.
Out of the tournament, it's not over yet. Game 4.
5 more minutes on the clock. This feels like a best of 11 at this point.
It's just 5 minutes. I'm not even worried right now.
ندخل في الجيم الرابع وفعلا عندنا 5 دقائق فقط ولا شيء، هذول يحتاجون اقل شيء ربع ساعه عشان هدف واحد. وتذكير بسيط، مع ان النتيجه الان 3-0 لفايتاليتي لكن كلها جات في الوقت الاضافي وجات فرص حاسمه للفريقين، وبالعكس حتى اكثر الفرص القويه اللي ضاعت كانت لرول 1. معناته الميزان بامكانه ينقلب في لحظه ونشوف 3-0 لصالح رول 1 لكن مو اليوم.
Winner moves on and Vitality just need one more 5-minute match to get it done.
Clears. That's a good setup. And for Rule 1, after the timeout, starting out on the right foot is crucial. As I say that.
ألفا طلع معصب إنه ما جاب 1000 في الجيم اللي راح، واستقعد لهم في الزاوية، صدر 200 وروس وقع في الفخ وتقدم هو اللاعب الأخير. ومناولة ألفا كانت أسرع وكملها زن وجابوا الهدف الأول.
Waiting for that touch from Alpha, and it's so perfect for Vitality. Cool, calm, collected, and a 1-0 lead.
I just can't get over the recovery from Vitality. Talk about this team. It went down against BDS. It was tough. It was abysmal. I didn't think they could bounce back with the inexperience from Zen, the poor performance from Radosin. But they are proving me, and I'm sure a lot of people, wrong. But there's still plenty of time for Rule 1 to get back into this game. I really hope for them that the mentality isn't in the gutter because Vitality.
رادوسن فاز في اعتراض محسن وسلمها لألفا اللي ناولها من الجدار الخلفي لزن اللي شاتها خلف كليرز وجابوا الهدف الثاني.
The Globetrotters of Europe find their second goal. A minute gone, and as it continues to dwindle away, the reality sets in for Rule 1.
We need something.
They have not found anything in this series.
We have to see a sparkle, a light, a ray of hope for Rule 1.
رول 1 جاء فيهم هدفين سريعين اكيد لانهم غيروا الاستراتيجيه، هو واضح ايش كان التغيير خصوصا من الهدف الاول. روس تقدم وترك المرمى فاضي، خطتهم الان هجوم اكثر وبتهور، وهذا الشيء ممكن يكون حتى هو الجواب، لكن صعب يتاقلمون سريع على الخطه. وبينما يحاولون ينفذون الخطه الجديده وياخذون تمركزهم، فايتاليتي قاعد يحصد اهداف.
Duality of Alpha and Zen together can break down teams piece by piece, atom by atom. An iota of difference between the two, but they are so good. And as Radosin has stepped up his game individually with so much on his shoulders from the Winter Major, that's what makes this team so deadly.
And it's going to be that much harder too because Team Vitality are feeling confident. They've got a 2-0 lead. Security, the safety net, and now make it 3!
هدف جدا مستحق، غير ان رول 1 ما غطوا المرمى نصف تغطية الاقيام السابقة، لكن رادوسن لما قرص الكرة تحت سيارة روس اللي نقز مسبقا هدف جميل. وتقدموا الان ب3 أهداف في اول دقيقتين. كم يحتاجون رول 1 عشان يتأقلمون على الخطة الجديدة؟
They're the best team in Europe for a reason. Rule 1, a Cinderella run. But they need to start scoring. Defense keeps you in games, offense helps you win them. They need the latter.
Anything. Will it be one of the twins? Maybe Mostyn shows up. Whatever you have right now, leave it all on the pitch, Rule 1.
There it goes!
هذا هو الكلام. هجوم رول 1 قاعدين في النصف البرتقالي معظم الوقت. محسن فجر رادوسن، روس ناول لاخوه اللي حملها في الجو وتعدى اعتراض زن ووصلها لمحسن اللي شات سريع. رادوسن خلصها لكن جوة المرمى وتقلص الفارق الان الى هدفين.
And that proves to this squad that you can get through this defense, that you were unable to do so for 12 whole minutes. Another double commit, Rule 1's defense. They've got to be exhausted, but you need to use the reserves that are left in the tank space.
And it's never been a question for Rule 1 about whether they can. It just came down to essentially closing out the play, finding one another.
Hitting the
Those infield passes had been sporadic through game number 3, and in a best of 7, you can't afford to slack off in that department.
That does feel good to get at least one goal. Not sure where my hope for Rule 1 would lie, or if I'd even have any hope remaining.
That helps.
Had they not gotten a goal, time running out. Rule 1 are against the clock. They're against the crossbar. Clears.
فرصة فظيعة. شوف فرص كثيرة كذا تضيع، مو بس تصقع في العارضة، لو تجي لصالحهم وقتها يقلبون النتيجة على فايتاليتي.
One, causing a bit of chaos right now for Vitality, is they'll double commit through the corner. No boost in the tank. Mawson just trying to find a way to keep Rule 1 involved upfield. Back into play to Zen. On the pinch down low, Vitality were looking for the press and they found it.
The comms look picturesque for Team Vitality. 2 players in the same spot. One fakes it, leaves it for the other. The mind games, the illusions, the mechanics, the defense. Everything connected, fine-tuned for Team Vitality.
Radosin stole boost, so it just creates.
الفوزين طاروا لها ووصلوا حتى السقف ولا حتكنسل. ها شوف أقوى فريق أوروبي أو حتى في العالم يبدأ يغلط الغلطات هذه، هذا دليل على الشعور بالضغط أو أن الخصم أقوى.
From Alpha 54 and Toxic from Zen to go up for a solo play and thinking can break through Rule 1.
Continuing to kill time and burn this clock down. Fennec in hand for Radosin. Through the corner, wins another big challenge, but Roas on the interception to Clears.
آخر دقيقة هم محتاجين هدفين.
Lane, center box, Mawson, quick shot, Zen slows it and gets it out. Backboard Roas has to find a teammate. He will. Clears, far post.
واو كم فرصة ضاعت. وين الخطة هذه من أول؟ فايتاليتي يتنافضون داخل مرماهم.
Necessary, needed for Rule 1. 41 seconds remaining. Facing elimination. Mina might just get knocked out of the tournament.
Patience from Vitality. Pressure on Rule 1.
آخر 30 ثانية، يا تعديل يا خروج.
The lifeline for Rule 1 is here and now. Can they get it out of their own corner? All it takes is one swing upfield. All it takes is one shot. One opportunity.
This has to be in space, man.
They have no time now.
This clear.
A long clear from Clears. Radosin can slow it and kill this game where it stands. It felt like a back and forth match because it was, but in the end, your 3-time regional champions survive in this bracket.
فازوا فايتاليتي 4-0 مسح تام، لكن لما تشوف تحصل 3 أوقات إضافية وواحد منها كسر أرقام قياسية، والجيم الأخير كأنهم لقوا الاستراتيجية المضادة لكن لم يكن لديهم متسع من الوقت. الآن تأهلوا فايتاليتي لنصف نهائي دوري المهزومين وخرجوا رول 1 من البطولة. إيش هذا؟ من هذا المتحمس؟ هذول نفسهم اللي كنت بصفعهم. خلاص فرحت إن فرنسا فازت، راح يجي اليوم اللي تتبكبكوا فيه. رول 1 كذا أخذوا المركز الرابع و26 نقطة و24,000 دولار. الآن راح أحرق باقي البطولة، اللي ما يبغى حرق يقدر الآن يوقف. اللي حصل انه فايتاليتي فازوا على كارمين كورب 4-3 وتأهلوا للنهائي الكبير ضد BDS، وفازوا عليهم مرتين كاملة 4-2 و4-1، وفازوا في الميجر كله المركز الاول. زن اخذ MVP الهجوم وMVP الميجر بشكل عام، روس اخذ MVP الدفاع. هذول اللاعبين ان شاء الله اذا جاء وقت راح اسوي عنهم سلسلة. كوبيوم اخير لصالح رول 1، كويس انهم خرجوا من الفريق اللي فاز في الميجر، لكن بالنسبة لرول 1 قد سووا مهمتهم بنجاح، اللي هي حجزوا مقعد مباشر في كأس العالم، وفتحوا خانة ثانية للمينا، اعطوا تويستد مايندز فرصة للمشاركة في بطولة الورقة الجامحة إلى جانب فالكونز، وراح أحاول بإذن الله أسوي لها تغطية مختصرة عشان ما نتأخر. شكرا لكم على متابعة السلسلة، أراكم قريبا في التكملة. يعطيكم العافية على المشاهدة والانتساب، ابقوا بسلام، واسبوفينيشن is out.